Yo, what's going on YouTube, and welcome back to another GTA Online heist video. Now in this video, I'm going to run you through the new vehicles that have been added to GTA Online as a result of the new Heist update. If you haven't seen my last video, then I put up a video showing you guys all the new costumes that came with Heists, but now let's talk vehicles. There are loads of new vehicles this time around, a new jet, new helicopters, new bikes and new cars, so let's get down to business. First up, I'm going to start with one that I know everybody wants to see. The Mammoth Hydra. This comes under the jets category, and it's a military VTOL fighter jet which was actually originally featured in GTA San Andreas. It's got rockets you can either freely fire or select homing, and it also has machine guns. But the really cool thing about this one, and this is why I like it so much because I am notoriously bad at flying planes, is that you can take off vertically and you can then switch simply by pressing right on the D-pad between levitation, or should I say elevation, and forward flight. So that way you can kind of switch between it on the fly, which means for someone like me that doesn't like flying planes, I can just hover up and you can then position yourself accordingly. So that is the Hydra. Then next up, a new helicopter. This is called the Valkyrie, and as you can see if you look at it from the side, it has machine guns mounted on either side. So if you're playing with friends, they can jump on the side, they can shoot out from both angles, and you can obviously then pilot yourself. It's got this cool design on the front, and as helicopters go, the added CT options do mean you can carry around a lot more people, which is going to be useful going into heists. Then, moving on to ground-based vehicles, you have the Canis Mesa. This is categorized as an off-road vehicle. As you can see, it looks like a heavy armoured Jeep. It's got a grille on the front, which means if you do smash into things, your car doesn't get quite so beaten up, and it does handle quite well off-road. Admittedly, I probably should have driven these on the road, but hey, the beach was the clearest place I had. Then, under the SUV category, you have the Canis Seminole. Now, there were quite a few civilian vehicles added, which are still extremely useful, and the fact that it's got more doors does mean it's a lot more suited to heists, because a lot of these heists are 4-player, so that way you can kind of carry your whole team. But this, as you can probably tell, it's not the fastest thing in the world, but it is a big vehicle, and it can take quite a beating. Now switching over to one of the new bikes, this is the Dinka Enduro. Now you can see by the tyres it's got off-road tyres, so it's a lot more like the Sanchez in that respect as opposed to your conventional sport bike. Personally I feel like the Sanchez still handles better, but either way this is one of the first new bikes. Then switching over to a van for a second, these do obviously have randomly generated paint jobs. They don't always say Weasel News on the side, but this is the Bravado Rumpo. Being a van, it's got a lot of space in the back, so you can obviously carry your team with you, but aside from that, it's a van. You know, I don't really need to tell you much about a van, it doesn't go that fast, but again, it's a big vehicle, suitable for hiding your dastardly plans in the back until you pull up and begin your heist. Then next up, coming under the Coupes category, you have the Ocelot Jackal. Kind of like a Jaguar in that respect. It's pretty fast, again it's a nice getaway car, and it looks a hell of a lot better than a lot of the other ones, so if you're going to try and roll out in style, then this is probably a good one to go with. Again, 4 doors, pretty much all of these are suited to use with heists, so therefore they're going to give you the capacity to carry more people. Then the next one under the Coupes category is the Ubermacht Oracle XS. This has that sort of BMW look to it, and is actually pretty fast. I actually found that despite the fact that the other one looks a lot cooler, this seems to drive a hell of a lot faster, or at least kind of a lot more efficiently than the Ocelot. Again, it could just be that I'm driving on sand, which is probably not the best indicator, but either way, this one does seem to handle really well, and it's probably going to be one of my go-to vehicles. Then also under the sedans you have the Cheval Surge, or the Toyota Prius as I like to call it, because this one drives around on what I would assume to be an electric engine simply because there's no engine noise, so I guess if you want to try and sneak up on the enemy or you want to go silently into a heist, maybe this would be a good one to use because nobody's going to hear you coming. But either way, it's not very fast, it's not very exciting, but it is one of the new cars. Then moving back to SUVs, we have the Dundreary Landstalker. This is again another one of those big cars. You know, 4 doors, heavy, takes a beating. Probably good if you're under heavy gunfire, probably good for that respect, but you're not going to be getting anywhere anytime soon. Then the other new bike, this is a sport bike, whereas the previous one was more of a dirt bike. This is the Principe Nemesis. This is a hell of a lot faster than the one that I showed you before, but you would come to expect that from a sport bike. So if you and your crew have got this together, then this could be a pretty good getaway option. Now if you do want a really heavy armoured solution, then under the industrial section you have the Vapid Guardian. This is a massive truck, it's heavily armoured, it looks like a beast, so if you want to go and smash down the doors and sort of make an entrance, then this could be a choice for you. Next up, another one I forgot to mention under the SUVs category is the Bravado Gresley. This is very similar to one of the other ones that I showed you, but it's just another type of civilian SUV. Again, same sort of gig. 4 doors, big, not that fast, and can take quite a beating. Then moving back to the off-road category, if you want to start doing some damage with your vehicles, then you can have a look at the Carrion Technical. While the vehicle itself doesn't look that exciting, just looks like one of your regular builder pickup trucks, it has got a massive machine gun mounted in the back. You can hardly miss it, so if you want to go in and make some noise, then this is going to be a really good option. Alternatively, if you want to step it up a gear, you could go for the HVY Insurgent Pickup, which is another off-road vehicle with a roof-mounted machine gun, but it's also got 4 doors, so you can both dish out the damage and take some hits. And then lastly, you have the Lampadati Casco. This is a classic sports car. It only has 2 doors, so you're not going to be taking your whole team with you, and it's also not that fast, so this is really more for the collectors out there. If you've got a nice car garage and you want to add this to your collection, then this is a nice classic sports car, so you can drive it, and if you look inside, it's got some sort of classic dials, but it's probably not going to be the most ideal choice for a heist getaway. And that, my friends, are the vehicles you can get in GTA Online as a result of the Heist update. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, hopefully you found it helpful, and be sure to stay tuned on this channel for the rest of the day because I've got more GTA Heist videos coming your way, so if you want to see more, then keep it locked. Otherwise, if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a like and hit that thumbs up button down below, and if you're not already subscribed and you're not already part of the Arekkz Gaming Nation, then hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a single video. If you've played Heist so far, then let me know in the comments down below which of these is your favourite, and if you haven't played and you're just watching this video, then similarly let me know which one you're most looking forward to driving. Thank you very much for watching, take it easy, catch you next time, peace out.